best manager in the Premier League? It's a hot topic of debate if you bring it up, but isn't it strange how no one talks about which of the Premier League managers was the best player? Well, it's being brought up now. This is a bit of a random list, but I thought I'd do it. It's quite interesting. So let's see which of the 20 managers, except for Scott Parker, because he's technically not a Premier League manager, sorry for them fans, was the best player. 19. Jose Mourinho. Bottom of the pile is Jose Mourinho, who only really played at youth level before deciding to focus on becoming a coach. The Portuguese broke into football as Bobby Ronson's translator, and from there progressed to coaching to becoming one of the game's most prominent figures. However, his lack of playing career does somewhat inform the way he treats his players. Number 18, Brendan Rodgers. A successful manager, Rodgers made the early switch into coaching after his playing career, which was cut short due to a genetic knee condition. He spent a few years of his playing career with Reading reserves, but also did feature in non-league for a few years after his official retirement. 17. Marcelo Bielsa, one of the Premier League's newest managers, did not have the longest of playing careers. The Argentine spent 5 years of professional football playing in Argentina, representing Newell's Old Boys, among others, before retiring. He returned to Newell's Old Boys to work as a youth coach before eventually taking over as the main man. 16. Graham Potter. The current Brighton boss initially came to light as manager in Sweden with Ostrom, but he spent most of his playing careers in the Midlands representing 11 clubs, making his breakthrough at Birmingham in 1992. Potter retired at Macclesfield in 2005, aged 30, and took his first step into coaching where he's had more success. 15. Roy Hodgson. He was not a good player. His direct, no-nonsense approach to management perhaps explains this. Hodgson was a work-day defender, nothing special. The only notable thing he did as a player was break the sporting boycott of South Africa to play for Bury United, and that's something I'm not sure he'd forget. Number 14, David Moyes. Despite being part of Celtic's 1982 title-winning side early in his playing career, Moyes never reached any particular individual heights as a player after that. Most of his professional appearances came at Dunfermline and Preston, and then they latterly hired him as coach and manager. 13, Nuno. He ended his playing career in 2010 at FC Porto, where earlier he learned under Mourinho. A journeyman goalkeeper, he enjoyed spells in Spain, Russia and Portugal. 12, Dean Smith. Dean Smith had a long career as a player spanning 16 years in total across 5 different clubs. Despite never hitting the top level of English football, Smith was a decent servant for the likes of Walsall, Huddersfield and Leyton Orient, hitting 100 plus appearances for those clubs. 11, Chris Wilder. He spent his playing career across the levels of English football, starting with Sheffield United, whom he played for in 2 spells before returning as manager. The former right-back's longest spell came with Rotherham United, spending over 4 years there and playing over 100 games. Number 10, Sean Dyche. Unsurprisingly, Sean Dyche was a bruising defender who he claims was held back by a broken leg early in his career, but he was a legend for Chesterfield, captaining him to the FA Cup semi-final in 1997, only to get hammered in the replay after scoring in the first leg. After Chesterfield, he moved around a few more teams before moving into coaching. 9, Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool's madman really wasn't much of a player. He spent most of his career playing for Mainz. Of those 11 years, he even split them up by position. First he was a striker, and then halfway through he moved to defence, where he was used with his great height to help the youth of the team. Klopp retired as a player and became a manager in the same summer, of course, managed Mainz. Right, Ralph Hasenhüttl. By his own admission, Hasenhüttl was not the best footballer, but the Austrian made over 400 league appearances with 8 clubs in his home country, along with Belgium and Germany. His best spell came with 56 goals in 172 games for Austria Vienna between 1989 and 1994. 7, Slaven Bilic. He enjoyed a successful playing career for both club and country. At club level, Bilic won the newly founded Croatian First League before moving to clubs like West Ham United and Everton and enjoying a successful spell there. 6, Mikel Arteta. Arteta was a player will be remembered as one of the most underappreciated midfielders of his time. The Spaniard was a massive player in his 6-year spell at Everton. 5 years with Arsenal towards the end of his career only furthered praise, with him being one of the most consistent performers. Number 5, Steve Bruce. In the early years of the Premier League, Manchester United dominated, with 3 league titles in 4 years, and that is partly thanks to Bruce at the back. The Englishman joined United in 1977 and was part of the Alex Ferguson revolution, winning the FA Cup, League Cup and Champions League. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the baby-faced assassin spent 11 years with Man United, scoring 126 goals in 366 appearances, winning 6 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups and a Champions League in 1999, scoring the winner goal. Carlo Ancelotti, he was just cool, calm and collected as a player. Lining up as a central midfielder, he won Serie A titles with Roma and AC Milan and also lifted 2 European Cups. He won 26 appearances for Italy and took part of the team that came third in the 1990 World Cup. Number 2, Pep Guardiola. Poor Pep Guardiola not only has been overtaken last season, but he's no longer the best player among top 5 coaches. That doesn't mean he wasn't good. The Catalan was a playmaker from the base of midfield, almost pre-Sergio Busquets. Known as an extension as a Cruyff on the field, he helped deliver Barcelona's first ever European Cup. Number 1, Frank Lampard, the greatest goal-scoring midfielder in Premier League history, Chelsea's all-time top scorer, and the best player among current managers in England's top flight. When Lampard joined Chelsea in 2001, there was many questions, but he soon went on to prove them wrong, winning many major titles with them. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!